One of the questions that I get the most by people back in the UK is, do people in Malaysia speak English? And of course I tell them, yes, most people in Malaysia speak English. Many people here speak very, very good English. Probably better than a lot of English people, if we're completely honest. But
just like this, we in Malaysia. I'm shocked so far. They're speaking English, guys.
Two language in learning to the school.
Oh yes. Was told before coming to Malaysia like that's.
I love Malaysian. This is really interesting, and I will show you how words are similar to English. It's related to English influence.
Malaysia sering dikenali sebagai negara kecil di peta dunia. Tetapi bagi sesiapa yang pernah menjejakkan kaki ke sini, mereka akan sedar bahawa Malaysia sebenarnya besar dari segi pengalaman. Di sebalik bangunan pencakar langit, hutan hujan tropika dan makanan yang kaya rasa, ada satu perkara yang diam-diam mengejutkan pelancong asing. Keupayaan rakyat Malaysia berbahasa, Gere, Inggeris dengan baik dan penuh adab di lapangan terbang, di stesen bas, di gerai tepi jalan, atau sekadar di kafe kecil hujung bandar. Pelancong asing sering datang dengan satu kebimbangan awal. Adakah aku boleh berkomunikasi di sini? Namun kebimbangan itu biasanya hilang dalam beberapa minit pertama. Satu soalan mudah seperti "Mabe, excuse me, can you help me?" sering dibalas dengan jawapan yang jelas, tersusun, dan disampaikan bersama senyuman. Bagi pelancong yang datang dari jauh, pengalaman ini terasa mengejutkan. Mereka tidak menjangkakan sebuah negara Asia Tenggara mampu menawarkan komunikasi yang begitu lancar dan mesra. Ada yang terdiam seketika, ada yang ketawa kecil, dan ada juga yang terus meluahkan rasa kagum. Your English is very good. Ayat itu mungkin ringkas, tetapi ia membawa makna besar. Satu pengakuan jujur terhadap sesuatu yang tidak mereka jangka akan ditemui di Malaysia.
I love Malaysian. This is really interesting, and I will show you how words are similar to English. It's related to English influence. Look at those words. Almost all the words are exactly same. If English would be written how it sounds, this is how it would be written. Yeah.
Kejutan pelancong asing ini bukan berlaku sekali dua. Ia mesti berulang berterusan dan diceritakan semula dari satu negara ke satu negara. Dari Eropah hingga Asia Timur, dari Timur Tengah hingga Amerika, ramai pelancong berkongsi pengalaman yang sama. Mudah berkomunikasi dengan rakyat Malaysia. Di Kuala Lumpur, seorang pemandu e-hailing boleh menerangkan sejarah bangunan lama dengan bahasa Inggeris yang fasih. Di Pulau Pinang, peniaga gerai kecil boleh menjelaskan ramuan makanan tradisional tanpa perlu melihat menu bertulis. Di Sabah dan Sarawak, penduduk tempatan boleh berbual santai dengan pelancong, seolah-olah sudah lama kenal. Perkara ini menimbulkan satu persoalan besar dalam fikiran pelancong asing. Bagaimana rakyat Malaysia boleh berbahasa Inggeris dengan begitu semula? Jadi, jawapannya terletak pada gabungan sejarah, pendidikan, dan cara hidup masyarakat Malaysia. Bahasa Inggeris bukan bahasa asing yang kaku di Malaysia. Ia khas diperkenalkan sejak lama, dipelajari di sekolah, digunakan di tempat kerja, dan dipraktikkan dalam kehidupan seharian. Namun yang membezakannya ialah sikap rakyat terhadap bahasa itu sendiri. Rakyat Malaysia tidak bercakap untuk menunjuk kepandaian. Mereka bercakap untuk membantu. Mereka tidak meninggikan suara apabila orang lain tidak faham. Sebaliknya, mereka akan mengulang dengan sabar, menggunakan bahasa tubuh atau menukar ayat supaya lebih mudah difahami. Tambahan pula, Malaysia ialah negara berbilang kaum dan bahasa. Setiap hari, rakyatnya sudah biasa bertukar bahasa. Bahasa Melayu, bahasa Inggeris, Mandarin, Tamil, dan dialek tempatan. Keupayaan ini menjadikan mereka lebih fleksibel dan terbuka dalam komunikasi. Bagi pelancong asing, pengalaman ini sangat berharga. Mereka tidak berasa terasing. Mereka tidak takut tersalah cakap. Mereka berasa dihormati walaupun datang sebagai orang luar. Inilah yang menjadikan Malaysia bukan sekadar destinasi pelancongan, tetapi tempat yang memberi rasa selamat dan diterima. Ramai pelancong akhirnya mengakui bahawa bahasa Inggeris Malaysia mungkin tidak sempurna dari segi logat, tetapi sempurna dari segi sikap dan keikhlasan.
one of the questions that I get the most by people back in the UK is, do people in Malaysia speak English? And of course I tell them, yes, most people in Malaysia speak English. Many people here speak very, very good English. Probably better than a lot of English people, if we're completely honest. But that is not the thing that fascinates me about language when it comes to the people of Malaysia. What really fascinates me are the sheer number of people here that can speak multiple languages. For example, it's not uncommon at all to meet somebody in Malaysia that will speak fluent English, fluent Malay, a Chinese dialect. And then here in Kuching, for example, you'll meet people that can also speak Iban, Badayu, and all number of different languages. For example, my very good friend here, who in fact right now is standing about 20 feet away from me, he can speak perfectly fluent English, Malay, Iban, Badayu, Malanao, maybe some Chinese, I'm not sure. That's like at least 5 languages that he can speak easily, eloquently, and I've witnessed he can be having a conversation with one person and then just switch into the other language to talk to another person. It's absolutely amazing and inspiring to see. Now compare that to us back in the UK. We are generally atrocious at learning other languages. I don't think that's exclusive to the UK. I think countries where English is the first language, we're not the best at then learning other languages. We obviously have a sort of lazy advantage because English is so widely spoken, it's spoken all over the world, and when we travel, there is unfortunately a thing where we don't have to learn languages to go to other countries because people there will speak English. It's terrible, I know. We should do better. But also, when you look at our education system, and really this says an awful lot about how good the education system in Malaysia is when it comes to teaching second, third, fourth languages. In the UK, I think our education in that area is really, really lacking. I mean, we don't really start learning another language until we're sort of some way into middle school. This was a case when I was at school. It may be different now. I was at school a very, very, very long time ago. But when I was there, I don't think I started learning, it was French, until I was maybe about 7 or 8 years old. And by the time I finished my GCSEs, I got a B, which is a pretty good score actually. It's not amazing, but it's not bad. And I could only really speak very, very, very basic French, and that was enough for me to get a B in my GCSEs at 16 years old. And the saddest thing for me as well is if you're not brought up bilingual or multilingual, then later on in life it's much, much harder for you to learn languages. Like me, for example, I've lived in Malaysia on and off over the past over a decade now, and I still speak Malay like a caveman that's possibly been hit on the head too many times. And then compare that to like a Malaysian that will say to me, "Oh, sorry, my English isn't very good." And I'm like, man, your English is better than a load of people I know back in the UK who are meant to be native speakers. Yes, Malaysia is a wonderful example of a completely multilingual country and a very, very good example of how to educate your children properly to speak a multitude of languages.
All of my people are telling me you need to come here and try Laxam.
Yeah, you need to try.
So I'm here.
Special one.
I'm here. Hook me up.
Okay.
The special one.
Yeah.
So what makes it so special?
Special because it's a broth from fish and mutton.
Okay, cool.
You want to try some?
Yeah, give me an order, please. So you mix both of these?
No. This one is the famous for Kelantanese.
Okay.
This one Penang style. It's two different.
Kelantanese.
This is Kelantanese.
Yeah, well, everyone will kill me if I don't have Kelantanese. So yeah, we're doing Kelantanese.
When you come from Kelantan, you have to try this one.
That makes sense.
Yeah. You want
Yeah.
laksa or you want laksam?
What's the difference between laksa and laksam? This has me confused. Hello.
Okay, this one is called laksam.
Okay.
Okay. This one is laksa. Laksa more like mee.
Oh, so it's more like just
Mee,
like
pasta.
like a pasta noodle.
Yes.
And this one is
Like you call it laksam.
like thicker.
Yeah, thicker than.
Wow, that's it. You know what? I've eaten this in many different countries. That style of noodle, I've never had this before. So this is going to be laksa.
This one is laksam.
Laksam. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Because yeah, actually, I think in JB I had laksa.
Laksa Johor is it?
So now we're gonna have some
Laksam.
laksa.
Yeah.
Akhirnya, apabila pelancong asing pulang ke negara masing-masing, mereka mungkin akan merindui makanan Malaysia, pemandangan indah dan cuaca tropika. Namun apa yang paling sering mereka ceritakan kepada keluarga dan rakan-rakan ialah manusia di Malaysia. Mereka akan berkata, "People there are so kind. They speak English very well. It's so easy to talk to everyone." Tanpa disedari, rakyat Malaysia telah menjadi duta senyap negara melalui perbualan kecil yang penuh makna. Bahasa Inggeris bukan sekadar alat komunikasi, tetapi jambatan yang menghubungkan budaya, bangsa dan negara. Inilah kekuatan sebenar Malaysia. Bukan pada kehebatan yang dilaungkan. Kefasihan yang disampaikan dengan rendah diri, kepintaran yang disertai adab, dan kisah-kisah inilah yang wajar dirakam, diceritakan, dan diwariskan supaya dunia tahu bahawa Malaysia bukan sahaja indah pada rupa, tetapi juga mulia pada manusia. Untuk lebih banyak kisah sebenar tentang Malaysia, pandangan pelancong asing, budaya, sejarah dan realiti masyarakat. Jangan lupa sokong dan ikuti channel YouTube TV Rosak Studio. Di TV Rosak Studio, kami percaya cerita kecil mampu membawa makna besar dan Malaysia layak diceritakan kepada dunia.